Hey guys, working on Restoration G today, and just like I changed my transmission fluid, it's perfect time for me to change my differential fluid as well, okay? If you don't know already, your transmission sends power through the drive shaft. Your drive shaft turns with the, your differential turns with the drive shaft and sends the power out to the axles. Your drive shaft is very important, okay? Don't forget to change this oil. It's a H10 hex bit. We want to remove the fill plug before we hit the drain plug. If we can undo this plug and we can't undo that one, we will not be able to put fluid back in here, okay? So it's important that we start here. Ah, there we go. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that was hard to get off. Another thing I wanted to mention is you do want this to be reasonably level. I have the car up in the air on all 4 stands. So first thing we're going to do here is remove this. Cool. Now that we have this off, I'm going to place this here to the side, and we have fluid dripping out, so we know that it's full. It actually looks pretty clean, to be honest, but let's keep going. All right, let's try this again. I got a little bit of a longer bar. This thing is tight. Damn. Okay, hold on. Okay. And for those of you who don't already know this, differential fluid smells pretty bad, okay? So, for right now, let us have this come out. See how it's chugging? When I open this up, it's gonna come out nice and clean. I gotta control the flow. I have a small drain bucket. So if you're ever curious about which one's the drain plug and the fill plug, I can tell you right now, this is the drain plug. It has all this metallic flakes on it. As we get this here, I'm gonna spin it and watch all the metal shavings come off. All that stuff right there, that black stuff you see is metallic flakes that come off the differential. It's okay though. That's what it's supposed to look like. And the magnet is nice and clean, just like that. All right, good, perfect. Let's get it back in there. If you can, you're supposed to change these crush washers. Got a copper one here, just like this. And now we're going to reinstall her. It's a 3/8 torque wrench, and that's insane. And that's 26 foot-pounds right there. So I'm way tighter than that. Okay, I'm going to be using some Valvoline 75W90. It's full synthetic, and this has limited slip additive to it. I do think the proper one is 80W90, but 75W90 is going to perform basically just as well. And it's synthetic versus me having to get a conventional one, so I'm going to go with 75W90. I have the 03 G35. I believe if you have the 04 and newer ones, especially if you have the manual transmission, you'll have a limited slip differential. And I believe you can tell if you have a limited slip differential if you turn the wheel and it goes in the opposite direction. Let me take my parking brake off real quick. Okay, so I'm going to be using this fluid pump. My fluid comes in through the top and I pump it out through the bottom. Therefore, I'm going to get my hose in here like this, stick it in there, perfecto. And I'm going to get my other hose, stick it in the bottom of this gallon here, and I'm going to start pumping, and you start seeing fluid get pushed through into the differential, and it's starting to come. There we go. And we're going to keep pumping this until it starts to leak out, and you can visually see it pouring out. That is how we know that we are at the full mark. That's torqued down, brake clean, and just wipe her down. just like that. Very nice. Alright, put her in gear real fast and just show you guys something. See if it'll let me. Alright, see here? I'm cycling the fluid a little bit. But as I'm pushing the tire forward, if you ever want to know if you have a limited slip, I believe if you have limited slip, both tires will go in the forward direction. I'm pushing forward, but this tire is going backwards, which is letting me know that I do not have limited slip, okay? Another thing you want to inspect on your G35 is make sure that this bushing in here is all still in one piece. You can use I think it's like a silicone spray. I gotta remember, but you could spray that with some silicone to kind of help keep that rubber nice and rejuvenated, because when that goes, you'll get a lot of wheel hop in the back. I believe Z1 makes a support bar so that it doesn't put as much stress on that. We'll look into that another time, but just remember, take a look at your differential bushing here and make sure it's all in one piece, okay?